So if you don't know, I'm an electrician full-time. That's what I do. That's how I make a living. Do you want to know why electricians don't like sheetrockers? This is why. Look at that. I'm an apprentice, and I'm in the late stage of the apprenticeship. So I only have a few more months before I get to take my journeyman test. I don't know how the audio is going to come out. I feel like I have a lot of ride noise in this car. This is one of my favorite cars. I have two cars and they're both my favorite. You couldn't tell me to split the difference between two of them. Anyway, shut up, Lauren. Focus on what you're trying to talk about. I kind of fell into the electrician program after my daughter died, and I went through everything I went through. It was really tough. And I considered the electrician program to be something that was a bit of a saving grace for me. I was really lucky to be in the program and learn everything and to be doing it. And I do enjoy it, but it's not my forever. It's not what I want to do forever. What do you want to do forever, Lauren? I want to make videos. I want to be a media creator. I want to continue learning and being good at vlogging and just enjoying doing that. And I enjoy it so much. I love video creation. I've wanted to do it ever since I was a kid. I wanted to do it. I had a toy camcorder, and when I started all of this, that sucks. But anyway, like I was saying, when I started the video creation and with the podcasting and everything, I didn't know anything about editing videos. I knew literally nothing. I bought some computers and some cameras, got a Adobe Premiere Pro, which was very complicated to learn at first. And I just started teaching myself and kind of following my instinct. And you actually want to know what got me confident in my ability to create videos and sort of direct and have a vision and understanding, because it is an art. It's just like art. It's just like painting on a canvas. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing. You just kind of start putting some colors down and kind of going from here or there. But other times you know exactly what you want, and you know exactly what it takes to get there. And that's part of what directing is. You really have to know what you want and have a vision and a plan in place in order to do it. And it's more complicated than it looks. But what got me into it was actually making videos on GTA online, using the Rockstar editor, which is actually a very complicated part of the game. And it's amazing that Rockstar even includes that in the game, but it's there, and you can create videos, make little music videos. They provide you with music, and it's a lot of fun. So I used to do that a lot. I would create videos, and I still have the YouTube channel, and you can watch them. They're kind of dumb in a sense, as far as the content goes. They're not really, the people, they don't speak in the video, so you just have to go by the actions and sort of you kind of catch what's going on in the story with a little bit more of an open mind, I guess. You can't really just I don't know. The content is meh, but the editing and the visuals, I really feel I put so much work into that, and I got good at it. And I actually take some of the techniques that I picked up from doing that, and I incorporate it into real life videography, which I enjoy it so much. I really enjoy it so much. It's just hard to get anywhere with it anymore. Like, unless you have the ability to network and you have people to help you produce it and get your content out there and get it seen, because I feel like a lot of my content is good. It just doesn't get seen. And it is what it is, I guess. I feel like I'm sort of stacking ammo in that sense, as to where I keep creating and creating and creating this content. And while I'm improving, the content is out there. It exists in the world and it can be seen. So, like, who knows? Like, maybe a few years go by and then suddenly all this older content starts getting views and people start actually seeing it and acknowledging it. And they're like, holy shit, Lauren's onto something. She knows what she's doing. Sorry, I don't mean to cuss, but you know what I mean. Like, Lauren knows what she's doing. And yeah, it's gonna be good, I think. But, you know, I can't stop doing electrical work until I take off on the YouTube platform and whatever other platforms are willing to pay for me to create content. That's what I want to do in the long run. And it started out with me just doing the podcasting. And I wanted to do that podcast because I wanted to translate all of the pain of losing my daughter and going through everything I went through. I wanted to translate that into something that is like I'm able to give back. I'm able to process all this negativity, and in my process, the outcome is me giving something back. Like, how could I, give something positive back? And my podcast was the original idea of how I could do it. And it's been going really well, too. If you watch my podcast, you see my first episode and my most recent one, you can see how much I've changed and I've gotten comfortable behind the camera, and like you can see how much my heart is truly into this.
So what's your podcast about?
And I hope that passion is enough for people to jump on board with what I'm doing and show me support, because that is what I need in order to get like a move on in life. To go from one chapter to the next, it requires me to have support from people, more than just the support that I've already received, which is huge. I owe so many people like everything, like, and that's the thing too. That's like my promise to the world, to everybody, is if you support me and if you have my back, then I will reward you. Like, I will give that back. Like, I'm not going to ride off of the back of everybody, because nobody succeeds without everybody helping them succeed. Like, nobody is like born alone, die alone, and they like gain everything alone. Like, you gain because people support you. That's the only way you can gain. And a lot of people gain the support and they come up and they turn their they turn their back on the people that supported them and got them to where they are. Like, they completely forgot, and I've been of that type of person. I've been there when people were getting maybe 10 hits on their videos, and I was there liking the videos and commenting and showing support, and then they start getting hundreds of thousands of videos, and my comments go like ignored. They don't even care about me anymore. And I was like, I was here for you before you were even what you are, and like now you're gonna turn your back on me. That's kind of, I won't do that to anybody ever. I will so cherish everybody who is supportive of me in what I'm doing, because I have the greatest intentions, and I know that anybody who has great intentions can oftentimes sort of like, I don't know, their great intentions may not be that transparent, and so they come off as not having great intentions, or what they intended to be a good thing turns into not a good thing, and then they're like accountable for that, and I know that kind of stuff happens, and I have to be willing to pay attention. But I've learned so much. Like what to say, what not to say publicly, and just how to like handle these situations, and to be generous and charitable, making sure that I'm helping everybody that I can along the way in the ways that I know I can help. Sometimes we do try and help and we make things worse, and that's not what we're trying to do. It's just what happens, and then we get blamed for it. And it's hard to come back from that, to be genuinely apologetic, even when it's like I was trying something good and it didn't work out. So, just please keep supporting me and help me move on and move forward. And in return, I'm going to support you back. I will feel that debt to anybody that is out there looking for me, because I know that I can't do it without them. I couldn't do anything. I wouldn't want to live if I was the only human on earth. Like, I wouldn't want to be here. Like, I do it for everybody else, and people say, no, do it for yourself. And it's like, well, of course I'm doing it for myself. Duh, I'm doing it for myself. Like, I'm doing things that I like to do because I like to do them. But the outcome is that other people get the reward or the satisfaction as well. And that is motivation in of itself. So yes, I do it for you, and I do it for myself. Like, that's not hard to comprehend, right? That's not like, it makes perfect sense to me. If you support me, then I'm going to appreciate it so much. I think that people think that I got over my daughter's death in a way that's unnatural, but the truth is that, like, I grieved her. I went through so much change in myself, the relationships of everybody around me. I went through so much. I attempted suicide because I couldn't bear it anymore. A lot. And people don't see that. Like, all they do is they go, oh, your daughter passed away, but look at you. You're such a happy person now. Like, you must not care. You must, like, have a very cold heart. And I think a certain amount of trauma, you do get a cold heart. Like, you do get feeling not okay, like, with people. Or what it is that you go through so much pain that other people's problems are small and you don't care about them. Or you're in so much pain that all of your energy that would normally go towards caring about other people's problems. I don't know if you can hear Google talking. Google Maps is talking to me. I think she wants me to go left. I don't know. Anyway, I think I have to go left. yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? All right. Using the left 2 lanes to turn left onto Oregon 34. God. I really hope she's not, like, interrupting my video, but... oh my God. So, when you're dealing with a lot of pain, you only have so much energy to give. And what happens is that you can't really care about other people's problems because you're so internalized on your own self-healing. It doesn't mean that you're cold, and it doesn't mean that you don't care. It just means that you're going through so much that you don't have the means to care. It's like if caring about other people was helping them pay their bills, but you were flat broke and you're barely able to even pay your own bills. You know, it's not that you don't care, you just don't have the money. You can't do it. I mean, unless you just want to be entirely depleted, which nobody wants to be there. So, yeah, that's what happens when you go through a lot. You are still a genuine, sincere person. You just don't have the energy to continue to care the way that maybe you used to. And people see that because they're like, oh, Lauren used to be so much more caring and now she's not. And it's like, well, I'm dealing with a lot right now, okay? And I came out of all of that. Honestly, I was so mad about losing my daughter that I didn't like God anymore. I didn't like God. I was mad at him. I was like, how, can you do this to me? Like, I know I haven't been the best person, but I didn't feel like I was so bad I deserved this. And I literally, set up my meeting with the devil. I set up my meeting with the devil, and I was like, look, anyway, it didn't happen. And the devil was mad at me because I was this close, It's like he almost had a sale. He almost had, me. And at the last second, I backed out. And I was like, no, this isn't what I want to do. So I got through it. And it was worth it. To me, it was like, that's how bad it was, though. Like, I almost sold my soul to the devil because I was so mad at God. Because I was so upset that, how could there be anything good in this world if the greatest thing of my life was taken away from me in the way that it was and the way that she was. So, I mean, when I say that I've been to the abyss of pain, I have been to the abyss. I've been in the worst place ever. So, I came out of that, and I'm a better person for it now. As good as I can possibly be. I think that everything definitely happens for a reason, and what I went through was my reason to be here right now doing this, what I'm here doing. So, I love you. Thank you.